Okay, so this is not really a book review or anything about A.J.Jacobs. It's not even so much about the whole book, the know-it-all, even though it has this guy looking through the Encyclopedia Britannica, which has 33,000 pages, 44 million words, apparently 10 billion years of history. Okay, so I was looking through this just to see if there was anything about Earth. There's a small bit. Now afterwards I've read the whole bit. It's just this one page and a little bit up the top there. But just to bring your attention to these couple of little pieces. So the point is, the Earth's not solid as a rock. The Earth's not firm. The Earth is a big wobbling, wandering, reversing, shifting sphere of jello. Okay, that's one small quote. Moving down a little bit. It makes me feel like I'm walking on a half-melted ice pond. Okay, and this very last bit, particularly for YouTubers. I've crammed so much info into my brain, I feel that I need to get it out whenever I can. It's so damn cathartic. Okay, they're just a couple of lines from that small chapter. I will add on after this the entire little piece. It starts off seemingly nonsense-like, and then there are parts in the middle which will intrigue you all. Okay, especially when you consider this book was written 2006, copyright 2004. So this is a few years now. But yeah, just some of the words and the phrases he uses in that little passage kind of relevant to what we've all been talking about. Anyway, the know-it-all. Alright, so just in case you don't manage to listen to all of it, I think what he's basically trying to say is no one wants to talk about this stuff. And if you do want to talk about this stuff, it's hard to find people to talk to about this stuff. He's also saying that he's not sure what the Earth is, and he doesn't think that anybody else does either. No, yeah, I think that's quite poignant to all of it, isn't it? And he finishes off by saying that he feels the need to just get the information out that's in his brain wherever he can, whenever he can. And I think a lot of us are feeling like that at the moment, aren't we? Okay, well, peace and luck to you if you don't stay for the rest of it. Okay, and finally, if you listen to all that, well, whatever you want to make of it. There's a book advertised in the back of the book called Critical Mass. It is, of course, "666. Dun, dun, dun. It's not focusing. Damn it. The devil don't want to be seen. Peace and luck, Jewel. Take 2. It's Friday night, and Julie and I are out to dinner with our friends Lisa and Paul. Julie met Lisa at camp, and they've remained close for a couple of decades. Lisa looks a bit like Audrey Hepburn, and Paul looks a bit like Lisa, which I guess makes him a male Audrey Hepburn with less hair. It's always good to see them. Thanks for that. Even if we all agree the restaurant's chef needs some more focus. He's offering sushi, French food, everything but bird's nest soup, a dish made from the saliva of tiny Chinese birds. The main thrust of our conversation is that we're all way too busy. This, I've found, is one of the absolute favourite discussions of East Coast urbanites in my age bracket, along with real estate prices, smoking laws, and the inexplicable career of bow-tied PBS satirist Mark Russell. Well, maybe that last one is my own little obsession. In any case, my dinner companions are all complaining about their overloaded schedules. Lisa, who never leaves the house without a camera, has a dozen shoeboxes bulging with photos. I just don't have time to put them in photo albums. I'll do it for you, says Julie. She's the single most organised woman in the world. If given the choice between organising a closet and going on vacation, she'd have to think about it. I might take you up on that, says Lisa. I'd do it myself, but I just need more hours in the day. There really should be at least 30 hours in a day, says Paul. And here, like a great running back who sees a hole in the offensive line, I make my move. You know, if you just wait a bit, there will be more hours in the day. No one responds, so I continue. The days are getting longer because of the drag on the earth. So just wait a few million years. I mean, you're lucky you didn't live 500 million years ago. There are only 20 hours in a day. You sure do know a lot, says Paul. I have to say he's right. I learned that fact in the entry on our planet Earth. It was a fascinating essay, but also more than a bit disconcerting. It's not just the length of our days that is shifting. There's also a disturbing phenomenon called polar wandering. Apparently the North and South Poles are restless little buggers. The magnetic South Pole cruises about 8 miles to the northwest each year. Give it a couple decades, and then it'll make its way to Baton Rouge. After that, I hear it's heading to the Jersey Shore. This I don't get. Stray cats are supposed to wander. Maybe dazed hippies in search of a fish concert. But the poles? They're supposed to be stable and solid and frozen, like the red and white striped poles I used to see on Rankin Bass Santa Claus specials. That's not to mention what's known as the precession of equinoxes. The Earth is wobbling on its axis every 26,000 years. And there's more. The Earth's magnetic field reverses direction every 300,000 to 1,000,000 years. There's something called azimuthal drift, which involves shifting particle streams, and many other things I barely understand. The point is, the Earth's not solid as a rock. The Earth's not firm. The Earth is a big, wobbling, wandering, reversing, shifting sphere of jello. I suppose I should have known from elementary school that my world wasn't completely stationary. I knew about the revolving and rotating, and had a passing acquaintance with plate tectonics. But the volume of instability and flux, that's what threw me. It makes me feel like I'm walking on a half-melted ice pond. And by the way, in case you're under the impression that the Earth is a sphere, you're wrong. It bulges in the middle like Alfred Hitchcock after a couple too many helpings of kidney pie. It's a wobbling, wandering, reversing, shifting sphere of jello with a weight problem. But it's all we've got. After dinner, as we walk along the rickety west side streets, Julie says, "Honey, I think you need to restrain yourself a little with the facts." Damn, I was riding high from my cilantro victory. Now I've gone and blown that goodwill. But I did restrain myself, I say. I had a lot more facts about the Earth that I didn't mention. Well, thank you for that. You didn't find that interesting at all, I ask? That our days are getting longer? I'm just saying, you seem to be losing your ability to interact with human beings. So you're saying I once had ability to interact with human beings? I got her there. Ha! But does Julie have a point? Maybe I need to control myself a little more. It's just so hard. I've crammed so much info into my brain, I feel that I need to get it out wherever I can, whenever I can. It's so damn cathartic. as are certain noxious members of the buttercup family when ingested.